What's going on YouTube? It's Cuts by Coast here bringing you another video. Today we're going to do a wave cut. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little baby taper on the sides, and we're going to do a one with the grain on top with the lever all the way closed. Doing a wave cut, whenever you cut with the grain, essentially all that means is that you're going to cut in the same pattern that they brush their hair. So the first, what you want to do is you want to go to the crown and make sure that everything's separated, kind of how his is right here in this clip. And then once you have that, you know exactly how the hair is growing. So you just really go in a circle around their head and just keep following that pattern. And first we're going to start off with setting in our bald line. So that right there is going to be the most bald part of our taper. I go back in because there's a hair right there kind of sitting funny, but you want to set that as your first guideline. Take your shaver up to that line and then get ready to go in with the open clipper. And as always, we're going to do open section, then we're going to do lever halfway open, flicking up to the open section. And then what you're going to do is you're going to close your lever all the way and make sure that you take out that bottom line. If the clipper does not get it, you want to grab your trimmer and flick out of that bottom line to get out the rest of that line. So right here, I'm going to take my Andis half guard, the 0 guard, and I'm gonna go with the grain right there. I already know I did a 1, and then I'm gonna turn around and flick that against the grain. And essentially I knew that a 1 guard wasn't necessarily needed for this portion of the haircut, so I just took it by myself and made sure that I got the hair laying down to the same level that I wanted it at. Finally got a beat from Jamin after waiting 2.5 weeks on it. So, you know, beats by Jamin Lee, go check him out on YouTube at JVMINLEE. I'll put the link in the description. And hopefully if you guys go over there and show him some love, he'll get motivated to send me some more. And guys, we're going to do the same steps on the other side. Open clipper, lever halfway open, flicking up to the open clipper, and then lever all the way closed to take out the very bottom line. On this side, I didn't need to use the trimmer, so I didn't use that at the bottom. Right here, we are using a 1 guard. This is what I normally would do. On the other side, I did not, but his wave pattern was a little bit thicker right there, so I needed it to knock that down safely. So now we're in with our half guard, going against the grain, blending into the 1 against the grain, and here we are with the last step, laying it down, ready for the lineup. And you guys, please go ahead and leave me a like if you're enjoying this video so far, and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed to me already. So as you can see, he has kind of a peak right there in the back of his taper area. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this taper a little bit higher than usual so that we can kind of beat that growth pattern and make sure that his haircut still looks fire, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys do this, but sometimes I don't use the shaver on the back of the neck because it can irritate a person's skin. So if you guys pay attention to some of your people, the more they come back, make sure you notice if something irritates them so that you don't make that same mistake twice. And as you can see right here, I'm going against the grain and with the grain, trying to knock that hair down. That's the cowlick I was talking about. Right here, we're using a 1 open, and we're going to use the lever, and we're going to play around with it because, like I said, that cowlick back there is more on his left side, but we got to make both sides match, so we're going to do everything we can to get it as close as possible. And guys, I've been using iMovie, but it's just a quick and easy thing. I'm going to start switching over to Premiere here soon. Hopefully I only have a couple more videos on iMovie. I have 2 more edited, ready to go. So hopefully after those 2 more, I will be on a Premiere and my audio quality will be a lot better. I'm going to try to get to where I could post 2 a week. I'm going to stick with 1 a week for now. On Monday, we had to take Sean to get his new car, and Tuesday I had my daughter, so I didn't get to post on Monday like I had the last 2 weeks, so we're going to stick with 1 week right now. But the goal is to get up to 2 videos a week. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but you can get more if you're not producing content, so hopefully Premiere will treat me well, and these will be the last couple on iMovie. I didn't show this on film, but every time I do a hairline, I brush all the hair down, hit it with hairspray, and then make sure it's laying down again. So we will brush it twice. And once you have that, you can start setting your line. So what I did here is I went to the farthest back point where there is no hair and started there, and we went to one side making it match, and we will do the same for the other. And it might look like I'm cutting into his hairline here, but where he doesn't have hair in the middle, we can't just leave that as a gap. Like I said, we have to make it match, and it'll look best for the best result. And I know you guys are loving that custom graphite FX. I will also put the link to that in the bio at Sean Cuts Hair. He did it for me, and then I got to do my detailer after. So that was earlier in the video. It's black and green, and then this one's gunmetal and black, my favorite colors. So if you guys want to learn how to do your own, I will link that video. It shows you step by step exactly how to do so. Now guys, we're going to use our Sean Cuts Hair color enhancement card. Setting in our foundation for some color enhancement, we're going to use our 245 no drip and make sure that we're layering it on. I know my hand's in the way. I think I get it right here. Nope, still in the way. Anyways, so we use it and we're just going to layer it on. And if we layer it on, we can always add more. If you put too much, you're going to have to wipe it all the way off and start again. So it's just like any art project. You just want to take it and put light coats on until it gets to the desired look. And on him, we don't have to use too much. He's not very light, but we're always going to try to take the haircut to the next level if we can. As you can see, this color enhancement is really bringing this haircut together. If you agree with me, leave me a like, leave me a comment if you guys do color enhancement. And if you don't do color enhancement, leave me a comment on why you do not do color enhancement. We're gonna go in with our 245 triple cartridge razor, and we're just gonna bump up any dead hairs, any short hairs. We're gonna take them all the way up to the line and make it pop as much as possible. And you know guys, you get that white ash line look. If you dry shave, you can achieve that look. I do it personally because whenever you use shave gel, it kind of smudges the line. Whenever you wipe it off, you got to put the line back on there again. So on certain hair textures and certain skin that can handle it, I will dry shave to get the sharpest line I can get. But also you can get that look by using one of the Barber pencils, which right here I think I'm just using the Barber pencil off of Atlanta Barber. It's nothing special, it's just a pencil that'll match his skin tone. It's a little bit lighter, so it'll make that hairline pop. As you can see, it's already kind of giving that type of contrast. Whenever you apply it, you're going to take a trimmer that's not hidden, so you don't keep going over and over the skin. You're going to push it up to the line and then go back with your straight razor, and it's going to make it pop all over. And there you have it guys, this is the finished product. We did a 1 guard with the grain, low taper on the sideburns and a higher taper in the back. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Leave me a like, a comment, subscribe. That's it, it's Cuts by Coast, and I'm out of here.